My name is John Fetterman. I'm the mayor of Braddock, Pennsylvania. The building was built in 1922, and it's just a really storied building. A lot of people used to work here, bought their first car here. I think it's an incredibly special building, not just because I live here, but just because of what it was and what it is and what it will be. The building already has three-phase power, all the utilities, so we're not starting with a raw space. This is really just primarily, taking the electrical and putting it, in the appropriate places where it needs to be, and putting the appropriate plumbing in. So it's an unfinished space, but I certainly wouldn't call it a raw space. I think we've all agreed that when we talked about doing a restaurant out here is that it needed to be different from your typical restaurant. I don't like to use the phrase destination restaurant, but I mean, it takes more effort to come out to Braddock than it would, in East Liberty or Shadyside or Lawrenceville. So I think it needs to have an inherently organic, unique appeal to create a true compelling experience. And I think part of that is the fact that it's across the street from the steel mill. You'll have this wonderful deck for cocktails and just lounging and hanging out, waiting for tables. And you're going to be assaulted, with these amazing smells and sights of the bread that you're going to eat at dinner, being made right there, in the bread oven, and then your salad and spices and all could have come from the roof or come from a block down the street. Diners are going to be able to, if they want to, walk down and see the farm. They're going to be able to see the roof garden. They're going to be able to see where the bread's made. They're going to be able to have it be much more of an experience than just walking into a building, sitting down at a table, eating and driving off. I think it's going to be much more immersive, and I think it's going to be much more, the goal is to be much more affecting than just a typical, hey, I'm going to go out and get something to eat, that kind of thing. I really believe that people will come out, and I think it's going to be special. I mean, I'm not aware of another restaurant where you have a steel mill, you have a farm, you have a bread oven, you have the kind of history, and knowing that you're going to a restaurant that's also training people to provide for themselves in a building that was formerly completely and utterly abandoned. I think of how many buildings Braddock's lost, and how special they all were, and thank goodness that this one's still here and it's able to serve in this capacity.